Last year on March the 14th, 2021, I uploaded a video to YouTube called Financial Mistakes to Avoid in Your 20s that I made. Just making sure that that video title is correct. Yep, that is the one. I was just watching it before this video just to make sure that I had abided by all of the mistakes that I said to avoid. And I rest assure you guys, I didn't make any of these mistakes that much anyway. You know, you live and you learn. But I promise you this, even if I did avoid making those mistakes, I made a whole load more, okay? And I made that video when I was around 23, I believe. To be honest, I'm only 23 years old. I'm about to be 25 next month. So here are some more mistakes that I've made that you should avoid in your 20s. And I promise you, if you're younger and you avoid the ones that I've made in the last video and the ones I'm about to tell you, you'll be in a sweet, sweet financial position. So first of all, this is for my mandem out there. I'm talking about first dates. Now, when I say this, I don't mean don't take a girl out on a first date, don't pay. I don't mean that, okay? Be a gentleman if you need to be, but have some common sense and don't be a sucker. There are many women out there that are looking to date, not you, but your wallet. I don't want you to be one of those guys that goes all out on the first date trying to impress a girl that's not even gonna text you back the next weekend, bro. And to be honest, I'm speaking from personal experience. Me, myself, I have been in the past one of those guys that have spent too much on the first date. It doesn't mean that they didn't text me back or whatever, but they didn't lead to being my girlfriend. Obviously, here I am as a single man, okay? Actually, both of the girlfriends that I've had in the past, the first dates were very, very chill, okay? And this is what I mean to tell you, bro. When you go on your first date, I want you to make sure that you're not spending big dollars. My personal favorite is coffee, okay? I say, hey, do you wanna get coffee? If she flips out and says, you're gonna just take me coffee on a first date, bro, then she can skedaddle that way. Yeah, RIP Takeoff. She's obviously not wanting to get to know you. She's just looking for a free meal, bro. And look, we're not NSPCC out here. We're not Oxfam. We're not donating free meals. We need to be saving cash in our wallets, okay? So please don't do that. All right. Side note, actually getting to know someone over dinner is a shit way to do so anyway, because you just got food. You're eating food in front of someone that you've never met. Like, save it for when you want to look into the girl of your dreams. Like, yeah, we've been through so much. Like, let's look at each other. Wow, look at where we are. That's a beautiful moment. Anyway, moving onwards, a nice segue actually. Second financial mistake that I made in the past is alcohol. It's peak, okay? Last video that I made, I spoke about weed. This time it's alcohol, okay? Listen, I've made a whole video as to why I don't drink anymore. All of my reasons are in that, but one of the biggest reasons is the money that you're spending. I remember when I first started working and I would go out with this group of girls that I worked with, and one of them just spent £200 in one night. Bear in mind that at the time we were on apprenticeship salaries. We were at 18K a year. So for her to spend £200 that she just got on one night all on alcohol is a joke. Don't be one of those people, okay? I assure you, it's not just a one time that they were doing this. This is ongoing. Maybe not to that big sum, but spending a lot of money on alcohol over the weekend. You're literally flushing your money down the drain, and it's not even... That was a weird motion to do. Go watch the video I done on alcohol if you want to hear all my other reasonings as to why it's not deserving of your cash, because also it doesn't benefit you. But we're just talking about the money aspect of things here. So yeah, moving on. The next mistake that I have made, and I've only really fixed up until recently, is not returning things, okay? Like, I'm the type of person that will make a purchase and it will come in and I look at it, excited to open it up or whatever, and I'm just like, well, this is not what I expected. Recently, I tried to buy some lighting for YouTube so that I can make videos when the sun is not out, okay? It gets really dark in London at this time, so my cutoff point is really in about an hour's time, to be honest. But it came and it was shit, okay? It was rubbish. The light basically didn't turn on. Now, the old me would have kind of just sucked it up and left it, just said, oh, well, that was a waste of money and not returned it. But you realize, bro, you can return it, get your money back. I was really bad at this, and I spoke to a couple of my other friends, and a lot of them are also the same. Like, we just don't like returning things. I think it's because in the past, it was a lot more of a hassle to return stuff. But, you know, you put in 5 minutes of work and people will come and collect it from your door. Like, that was basically one of the reasons as to why I did decide to return it, because I looked on Amazon and it said, look, just print this out, stick it on the package, someone will come and collect it for you, okay? And that was around 50 quid, okay? So we got the 50 quid back. It's been put back onto my Amex. Otherwise, I would have been 50 quid down the drain and still had no space in my room for shitty lighting equipment that didn't work. Now, bonus tip as well is not just returning things that you don't need, but also selling things that you don't need. For example, I recently upgraded to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which, to be honest with you, kind of was a financial mistake, but I do like the phone. I've still got my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which really, there's not much of a difference between these. I can sell this now for quite a bit of money. I believe £400. You want to do it sooner than later because, of course, as more iPhones come out, the price of this one will depreciate. So you do want to get the ball rolling on that, because otherwise you end up with a bunch of phones that sit in your drawer doing nothing. The next mistake to avoid is particularly for you younger guys, all right? And it's about not investing. The mistake is not investing. You should invest, okay? And why I'm saying it for you younger guys, if you're 18 to 20, is because you are at a bigger advantage because of a thing called compound interest. Now, the way this works, if you're not privy to it already, is that the longer you're in the game, essentially, the more money you can make because you compound off of the initial starting price. So the earlier you start, the more money that you can make. Me, I knew about this such a long time ago, but I thought, oh yeah, I'll give it some time. And look, now I'm almost 25. It's sad, I'm really starting quite late, but at least we've made a start, okay? There are people that are not investing way into their 30s, 40s, etc. What I'm talking about here is long-term investments. So I'm talking about investing in the S&P 500, ETFs, those sort of things. I'm not talking about targeting particular stocks and crypto and all of that. We covered that in the last video that we've done. It's pretty much like the most basic advice. They just say, look, if you invest X amount, by the time you're 50, you will be a millionaire. And that's the main thing. For me, I hope to reach that millionaire status before I'm 50, okay? So I can enjoy my money for longer, essentially. But it's an insurance policy. A lot of people look at it like you're betting on yourself to lose. I don't see it like that. I see it as having a backup plan, which is never bad. Where have you ever seen examples where a backup plan was a bad thing? Plan A didn't work. Oh shit. Too bad that we've got plan B. Of course we want plan A to work, but you get my point. Now, the final mistake that I want you guys to avoid is investing in the wrong thing. Now, before you jump at me and say, Josiah, you said this in the last video, don't FOMO, don't buy shit coins. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about certain platforms. Now, the real life mistake I made is investing in a LISA, okay, which is the lifetime ISA. In the UK, this is what replaced the Help to Buy ISA. Essentially, it's a saving program that is to be used to help you buy a house, all right? And if you max it out, you essentially get £4,000 to put towards a house. And I invested in this and I thought, yeah, this is pretty good, until I realized, wait, hold on. Do I want to buy a house, first of all? And even if I did want to buy a house, most likely the first house I'd want to buy is one to be rented out, not for me to personally live in, which is what the LISA is for. And so when I realized that if I had continued to save money in this platform, I might not be able to use it for what I'd want to use it for, investments wise, then I decided to take it out. Now, this doesn't seem to be too much of an issue, but when I chose to take the money out, there were fees associated with it. So I actually lost money from investing in a long-term safe strategy, right? Which sounds crazy, but it happened. The point of this is to really make sure that you understand where your money is going. For me now, instead, I invest in an ISA, okay? Trading 212 ISA, no affiliate links. Maybe I should put one down now. Because when I looked at the circumstances for that type of investment, I realized it makes sense to what I want to do financially, investments wise. Okay, so there you guys have, hold on guys, there's one more thing that I wanted to say, and it's about not tracking your spending. I know it can be very daunting for us sometimes to just open up our bank accounts and look at how much money is in there and look at what we've been spending our dollars on. Bro, I just done a video recently, go and check that out, because it's eye-opening just to see how much you actually spend. And I think that through tracking your spending, you can actually manage it and you can get to grips with what you're spending all your money on, okay? And then in the future, build up better habits of what you're spending your money on and making sure you actually spend money on things that you need to. I'm gonna just get back to editing this video. So there you guys have it. Those are the financial mistakes that I want you to avoid. Other than that, as your friend, I've got you. Stay tuned for more videos. If you haven't joined the Discord, check it out in the link below, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.